Hi, my name is Caroline. I am pleased to present this video in partnership with www.allfreechristmascrafts.com. In this video, we'll be making this recycled gift card Christmas bracelet. The materials you'll need for this project are, you'll need your zero balance gift card that you're going to chop up. You'll need your clasp. This is the kind of clasp I'll be using. You will need scissors to cut up your gift card with. You'll need something to mark your gift card. So I'm going to use a grease pen, but if you don't have one, you can always use a felt tip marker. You need a ruler. You will need a wire. I'm going to use a 22 gauge aluminum wire for this one. You'll need wire cutters. And last but not least, you'll need a drill or a 1/8 inch hole puncher. So the first thing I'm going to do with my card is turn it over and measure out 1 inch approximately from the edge of the card with my ruler, and take my pencil here and mark down the middle of my card. So I'm trying to get this just as close to the middle as possible. And this card is actually a little bit wider than 1 inch, but taking into account the width of the ruler, and I'm going to simply mark it on both sides. Now I'm also going to mark off 1/2 inch, and this is just a guide so I know where to punch my holes later on, so I can get the holes right down the center of each card piece. So I'm making 3 lines here, 1/2 inch, 1 inch, and another 1/2 inch from the other side. And the reason I'm using a grease pencil, you're welcome to use a Sharpie marker, and that's perfectly fine, is the first couple that I did with the Sharpie marker, it just came off all over my hands, and it was a semi-permanent, it was supposed to be a permanent marker, but it turned out to be a semi-permanent marker, and then it just kind of got all over my hand. So it didn't come off completely off the card. So to do this properly, I'm going to do this so it comes off the card. So when I'm done with this project, the grease marker will be completely off the card. Now this card is approximately 3 3/8 inch wide, so I am going to make each piece 1 1/8 inch wide. So I'll measure off 1 1/8 inch from each side, and then mark that with my marker. So now I'm going to cut this card up into 6 pieces. And here is my card in little pieces. Now the first thing you'll notice about this card is that the corner pieces have this nice little edge on them, and the middle pieces in the middle are all flat and straight edged. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to just take my scissors and make a corner edge on each one. And I will just cut a nice little corner edge curve on each of my cards. That way it won't poke my wrist when I go to wear this bracelet too. Now I've cut off all the corner edges off each of my pieces, and I'm ready to put this together into a bracelet. Now I'm ready to put together my gift card bracelet. So I've put my gift card bracelet back together again, and I've decided this is the way I want my bracelet to look. Now you could mix and match, and you could do different things, but this is the order I'm going to put them in. And so now I'm going to just take my little hole puncher and punch a hole on the back of each one. Now I'm using the line that I drew at the beginning of this project so that I know where the center of the card is. So I want to punch it right on the edge and in the center of the card, right along the line. Now I'm going to repeat this for each of the cards. Now I have finished punching 2 holes into each of my card pieces. Next, I will take a soft paper towel and wipe off all of the grease marks off of each of my card pieces. Now I'm going to take my 22 gauge wire and measure off about 12 inches. I want to have plenty of wire to make my bracelet with. And get my clasp back out. And I will start by through the card first, through the end of the card, and then through the clasp, and then through the end of the card again. And then twisting the clasp and the end around. And now you see the wire is behind the card, and we will loop the wire through the front of the card. We'll take the next piece and put it through the front of the card and then push it through the back of the card now. And now the wire is coming out of the front of the card. So we repeat this process, push this through the front of the card, line that up, and then put the wire through the back of the card. And then the wire comes out the front of the next card. Repeat this process. Push this through the front of the card, line this up, and then push it through the back of the card. Front of the card, then push the wire through the back of the card. And here's our bracelet, almost finished now. And then we'll loop it through our other end of our clasp, and then loop it through the front of the card again. And this is really where you can kind of adjust the length of your bracelet, because if you wanted to make a bigger bracelet, then you could have a little bit extra right here at the end. If you wanted to have a smaller bracelet, you could have less. So now I'm twisting on just like I did the first when I started this bracelet. So there's a nice little twist, and here is my gift card Christmas bracelet. This video has been brought to you in partnership with www.allfreechristmascrafts.com.